Hi everyone. Uh, so this is a whole new look. I need to move this to the side. Um, so you may be wondering what you were doing here. On the I realize a lot of you won't know what this is. This is a decked out 2, really messy, well loved, decked out 2 thingy bobber. What's it called? It really desk mat. And Decked Out is a game in Minecraft that one of the guys that I follow had made 2-3 years ago. It's been a while. I know that he was talking about not getting desk mats for the next time that he builds his big game, which should be sometime this year. But still, yeah. Anyway, for all of you people who are into Minecraft, his name is Tango Tech. He's part of the Hermit Crafters. I realized that for most of you, bleh, I just spoke nonsense. That's fine. So anyway, what I'm going to do is show you the create part of AMG Creates. Basically, while talking a little bit about why. And why now specifically. So I have last time I counted, I have 29 different technically these are diamond art kits, as Diamond Dots is a specific brand. So diamond art kits, I also have some, as I have it right here, so I might as well, some paint by numbers. These are from last Halloween. So yeah, that's now for the fun part. That was the creates part. It wasn't just the planning part. So now we get into what the hell is this? So for a lot of you, this might not be up your alley, but it's still creative. For a lot of you, if you still want to be creative but don't know how, this is a really good way to do it. I would recommend a smaller one. So this one is, let me give you the dimensions, it's 16 by 20. Yeah, it big. So on the back, that shows you exactly what I'm working with here. And I'll show you all of this stuff too. So I don't have 58 little thingies to put these in, so this is going to be great fun. But this is essentially what you do, and it's fun. So again, most of you might look at this and go, oh my god, you've lost your mind. Yes, it's been lost for decades. I can lovingly say it's been lost for decades. So no matter where you get your stuff from, Diamond Dots does the same thing, but it's basically in this lovely little wrap of doom, and in it you get those and some other things which refuse to come out because that's just how that works. Hold on, I have to use force. Plop. Okay, and this thing. Oh, it is the other way. Awesome. Okay. I've been doing a whole lot of getting up and sitting down. So yeah, this is it. So you've seen these in my other videos, my Plan With Me videos, where I have shown you the progress on them. You have not actually seen me do them. I'm still working on that. So while I am I use the actual what this is called. It's called kitting out. So basically I take all of these and put them into, hold on, put them into this. These. As you can tell, I've done a lot of them. So these I also got at Michael's. Michael's is a craft store here in America. And it's what I do for fun. So hold on, let me go over and get it. So whenever I want to be creative but don't want to use my brain, I have all of the numbers, letters, the colors right here, and then each one corresponds to a symbol on there. I just have to place the colors and hopefully I get them right, because there was one time where my last one had like 6, 7, and 8, but they were different colors as opposed to the numbers. So there were a couple of them where I had placed green where I should have placed gray. It was a pain. Now to find the opening. Ta-da! So for most of you, some of you, there are going to be a few out there who are concerned about plastic waste. Obviously. Yes, there is a lot of plastic. These are all plastic. But I have mixed feelings. While I myself am not a really good environmentalist, I do understand the concern, and at best I can tell you that, hey, I'm putting all of this on a, I'm using it as art, so that has to count for something, right? There's so many of these things. Ooh, those are pretty. Ooh, those are pretty. Yeah. So I've got a lot of them. So we're gonna find. Hold on. Where is? Okay, cool. So we're gonna just start. We're gonna start here, and we're just gonna go with it. This is gonna be fun because I don't have a lot of big ones, and I can see that some of these are rather full. Also, I already have numbers on these, as I have done a lot of these. And right now, unfortunately, with the way of the world, it is very hard to sell them. That being said, I really haven't gone any further than, like, where I live. I'm sure somewhere out there, somebody would love to have these and do whatever they want with them and not be the ones to actually do them. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start at the beginning as this is stuck. Okay, so where have I been? I've been here. I've literally been here. So as I will explain in the plan with me that I will tag this in, I have been here. I've pretty much given myself a smaller plate because I've just lost motivation. I still have a whole bunch of I don't do a lot of the planning stuff. I don't do any of the planning stuff that I have been, mostly because it seemed rather boring to me. And it was brought to my attention that just because it's boring to me doesn't mean that it's boring to other people. There are a lot of people out there who actually like to listen to somebody talk about their day. So I guess that's how that's gonna work. So we'll start with 3-4 years ago? I can't remember. I had changed the name of this from AMG Plans to AMG Creates, and then had two other, I had made two other channels, one for gaming and one for annotating books, which is basically like doing the book thing, highlighting things that I like, notable stuff, and just kind of going about that. And then things kind of became a bit of a struggle, and it was brought to my attention that I couldn't mess around anymore. By mess around, I mean like work in extreme part-time, and I actually had to work for real. This was about the time that Ember's dad decided that he was going to go find happiness, go find a different career path for himself, whenever it was the same career, just in different places. And that didn't work out for him. And it really wasn't working out for us, because it was hard for me to work, take care of the kid, and just make the bills work with him bouncing around. So I got a real job, and I bounced around for a little bit. It was really hard to get somewhere, just because it's hard to find a job, just plain and simple. It's with having a child and you being the primary parent, which means that you are the one that makes sure they go to school. You are the one that makes sure that they are fed. You are the one that takes care of the child. In essence, and I'm only saying this because he agreed to it. In essence, I have two children. I have my daughter and I have her father. And it really, while everything is fine monetarily, it's been not so fun. And truth be told, it hasn't been all that fun for the last 12 years. So, yeah. And I can't fix it right now. Like, I've tried, and it just goes back to the same way that it was. So I have pretty much said, fuck it, I'm cool, fine, I will just settle on having two children. And I will do what I can to make myself happy. Are they necessarily the right decisions? Nope. However, like, all joking aside, if you're a single mom with two kids, you totally understand. So basically, I pay the, goodness gracious, I pay the utilities and food, and I pay for fun for me and my daughter, and he pays for the mortgage, and that's working for now. I am depending on who's watching this, because I know how that works. It hasn't been a struggle to find happiness. It's been a struggle in the distance to find happiness. So I can tell you that having friends online, like, I'm so thankful for the internet. While the internet is such a terrible, horrible place, I am very thankful for it. The only problem is the distance and the waiting. yes, I was very vague there. Yes, there are only not even a handful of people who understood that whole thing. That's how I'd like to keep it, because I don't know who's watching. And it is easier to be vague than not be and get, what is it? It is easier to ask for forgiveness than ask permission, which also sounds absolutely horrible. But yeah, the situation that I'm in here is comfortable at best, and I would like to keep being comfortable. So I can tell you that my mom, whenever I was younger, kind of raised me to travel, to want to go see other places, and lucky for her, she was able to do that. And I am getting to the point to where I am making enough money now to where I can do that too. And later, whenever my daughter is older, then she will also be doing that. And she will be going with me rather than me doing it all on my own. There's so many of these, and I do not have enough of the little thingy bobbers. So yeah, this is pretty much what this is. This is called kitting up. Now, a lot of people actually have like designated little holders and stuff, like with Velcro and zippies, and they do it for a living. I still have to make an hourly wage. But yeah, I had seen so this wasn't even a thing where I had seen that others were getting views and decided this is what I wanted to do. I have actually been doing this for quite some time. I've been doing this. I've been cross-stitching, paint by numbers, making cards, as you guys have seen. This isn't a new thing for me. This isn't something that I want to do just because it could potentially make me money. I think that that YouTubers and Twitch streamers and stuff like that, while they're doing really good now, they might become irrelevant within years. And some of the people that I watch have stated that, yeah, it's scary to walk away from their 9 to 5, their 8 to 6, whatever it is, and go into streaming, because at that point in time, for a certain amount of time, they're doing good. That just seems like a really, like, not stupid. Because I know that there are a lot of people out there who can afford to do that. And that's great. And they're smart about their money, and they're smart about making investments, and they're smart about a whole bunch of shit. I am not that person. Yes, I would love to make it big to be able to stay at home. So now I get to share with you the ideas that I had years ago, which I kind of touched on. Where is 13? That's so not gonna work. So before I was told that I had to work, as I had said, I switched this from AMG Plans to being a planner based, that was it, to AMG Creates. So it was also not only planning but writing, because in that stage of life I was very much the self-publishing thing was starting to really take off. And now all you have to do is feed your ideas into ChatGPT or whatever and it'll come up with a book. Yeah. To which, hey, you know what? If people want to... Can I actually put that in a small one? If people want to read, you know, something that you 100% didn't... Nope, that's not going to work. Something that you 100% didn't write and just gave it some of your ideas, fantastic. That's not where I want my money to go. That being said, I do know some really good self-made authors who really pushed hard to get their books out there, who like before they started actually doing self-publishing, they had websites and built a following well before they even published their book. So they had people who were willing to buy it, and good for them. That's awesome. But then that kind of fell by the wayside because it was just simple and easy for anybody to upload onto Amazon to make a book, to Ingram Sparks, to a whole bunch of places. You didn't need any of the big publishing companies anymore. And yes, I have written a couple of things, and by that time that I had actually gotten done writing, the genre in which I was writing, which was basically whenever like the female main character didn't need no man, that kind of thing, and came from a, not really poverty, but came from, you know, not the best of places, and was put in a situation where she had to like win a better life for herself. And I wrote that, and then I wrote a second book, which was basically the two perspectives. I made a whole world for these people, and I didn't do anything with it, and I am not sure if I ever will. It's not that I'm embarrassed about it, it's just goodness, we were in North Dallas at that time, so Ember was in kindergarten. So yeah, that was 7-8 years ago. And I mean, like, the moments passed. Do I still think that I would be a good... I think that I'm a good writer. But I'm also not chasing money. Like, I don't have to, and the people that I know that are self-published... Oh, that's not gonna fit in there. Hold on. Concentration. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. One moment. Eep. Okay. There are a couple of these that get really full. And I might... Okay, cool. So it is in moments like this where I still have a whole plethora of ones. I think that this said it had 58. So at this point, we go into this. There are little baggies. This is not for drugs. Or is it? So at this point, I just put this in here. And I make sure that it's sealed up. Ta-da. It comes with other ones as well. So, yeah, do I think that I would make a good author? Sure. Do I think that I would, like, I don't know, make money off of it? No, not really. Because you have to be, not only published, but also you have to have people that want to read your book. So, okay, now they have smaller publishers, that I've seen a couple of different people actually go into, and they're legitimate publishers. Like, it's crazy. Is that something that I want to do? I'm on the fence about it because it's not that I don't take rejection well, but it's just one of those things where it's like, if I'm told no, then I'm told no, and that kind of puts the sword right in the heart kind of thing. Okay, where am I at? That was 16, 17. Alright, now we're on to this one. Okay, so then I went off on a tangent, as I'm apt to do. So AMG Creates was going to be everything that I was creating. So I will share the ideas that I had before actually having to work, being really, really busy. So I was going to do a couple of things. I had a gaming channel. I had one where I was going to annotate books, which was kind of an ASMR thing, and I'm not really into that. But there are people that are. That's the wrong side. Okay. Yeah, there are people that are into that, and I'm like, okay, cool. I will step out of my comfort zone and not necessarily ruin my books. It was said that you are making notes for your future self or for somebody else who finds it. So now there are book clubs where they're literally taking, like, a group of people are taking a book that they like and using highlighters, pens, pencils, whatever, and writing notes in it for the next person whenever they send it around. I think that's awesome. That's really cool till you get to, like, the 5th person and there's no room. But you know what I mean? Like, that's cool. I was one of those kids growing up that you don't even fold over the, you don't fold over and dog ear the paper. You keep it as clean as possible. How dare you read a book while you're also eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Like that kind of thing. So it was taking me out of my comfort zone and also bringing back real books into my life. This is also a pretty color. And it was something that I realized, and I still understand, that I would do it all, not really in one section, obviously. So depending on the chapters, like I would either, ooh boy, like I would do it for an hour or whatever, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how it worked, depending on the chapter of the book. Hold on, concentrating. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool, good enough. I'm gonna regret that later. Future me is already cussing at present me. Take that. Okay. So I was going to, mark up the book as, not really knowledgeably, but as, or aesthetically. That's what I was going for. I wasn't going to be aesthetic with it. I know that there are a couple of them that, want aesthetics. But then I also had the idea, and I had, not gonna lie, I had seen it on Etsy just because that's what the algorithm does, right? You have an idea and suddenly it's just like, no, others have done that. I'm like, cool, that's awesome, thanks for that. But to annotate like series of books that I like, either do it beautifully, like aesthetically, or to do it as I normally would, and sell them to people so that they could see, okay, well, this is a different perspective of what somebody has on the books, or this is what I thought was a cool character, this is what I think will happen next, things like that. Like, I have all of these big ideas, and I just, like, while the stress of trying to find a job, the stress of realizing that I'm literally doing just about everything for the house. Why put more on myself? And I realized that as a mom, especially like whenever you have younger children, you lose yourself to your kids. Like 100%, you lose yourself to your children. You do what you can to, I wasn't necessarily surviving, but you just lose yourself. And because of that, I stopped. I don't write. I do have a journal, and I'm trying to push myself to write in it every day. Granted, it's pretty much a bunch of mushy stuff because somebody's being mushy back. I don't know if he's listening, but you're a brat. That's basically a whole bunch of, the things that make me happy throughout the day. And while it's nice to have, it's also very teenagery and repetitive. And if I ever go back and read this, it's like, it's adorable. And it makes me happy. And I'm glad that I am in a much better mood than I was a couple years ago. And it's only getting better. But, oh God. Not that I want it to stop, just so we're clear. But yeah, it is one of those things where I don't really have a whole lot to write about in my day. It is pretty much, with the exception of being happy, same shit, different day. It is get up, go to work. If my daughter is going to school, it is get up, get the kid ready for school, get dressed, go to work. Come home, make dinner, or hopefully have dinner made for me that isn't classified as jerky or overcooked. And then, why do I have, okay, so this is 26. That is 26. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, so anyway, come home, hopefully not have malicious ignorance, or whatever it's called, done on me with food. And, basically get ready for bed. I do have anywhere from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I have anywhere from 2 to 5 hours of me just sitting here and playing games or whatever I do, thankfully, the 2 days that I have off. Whenever I'm not running around doing chores. I have thankfully encountered the bliss that is online date gaming, which is basically gaming with somebody that's 5,000 miles away. And it's fun, and makes time just fly by. So while it's a plus, because I'm like a giggly, absolutely giggly mess, it makes time go by real fast. So it makes the day go by fast. So on the days that I wake up and, you know, don't get to the computer until, we'll say, wake up at 7, get Ember ready. I go drop her off at 7:30, so by 9 o'clock-ish. And then, of course, the time difference, so 9 o'clock is, what, 3 p.m. if I have done that quickly enough? That's how bad it is that the time difference has been a quick calculation for me. So was I right down 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3? Yeah. Damn. God, I hate it. So yeah, the idea was to, you know, I had ideas for things. Now I can still, in my time that I have that, you know, is this time right now, I can still do the annotating thing, which is right here. And the idea was to get a whole book done, upload it to YouTube, like by chapters, things like that. I had a whole plan laid out. And then put it on there for once a week. So, goodness, absolutely smashed the shit out of that one. Anyway, yeah, would have been to get the whole book out, upload it by chapter, and then show it by chapter like once a week or something like that. I'm not sure yet. And then that way I'd have enough time to start on the next book. It makes sense. And I was going to start that last year? So the idea, and I realized that some of you might not enjoy this, but I was going to start off with Harry Potter. It is a big series that changed my life, and I've had the books for a while. I'm not giving the author any money. I mean, I guess that I am giving the author some fame, but I am also willing to separate the author and their views from the emotions that I felt with those books, because holy shit, how can you write something like that and have so many people resonate with it that are in a community that you absolutely hate? Like, I don't understand. I get that there are a lot of things. So obviously everybody bad has some sort of bad looking feature to them. But you figure that she was also catering to children. It was a children's book. And everybody did that. Like, the characters just looked bad. 34. Where is it this one? It is. But yeah, and honestly, the work really hasn't gotten any better. But with the rise of like Hogwarts Legacy 2 coming out for the next game, which I have the first one, I haven't 100%ed it. I don't know if I'm really even going to do the second one, because what's the point? Okay, 35. Okay, those ones are the last small ones. This is going to be fun. 35. Okay, so I am going to... 36 also needs to be a small one. So I guess that I will just trade this and this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Granted, this is gonna need a new one anyway, as I already have a 26. But yeah, I was gonna do that, and then I was going to do other books from my teenage years that I enjoyed, that I thought were good. So you notice how as you get older, with music is a great example, how the music that you grew up with, particularly the music around the time that you were 14 to 17, has stuck with you, usually like a bad fungus. For me, it was nu metal, so it was literally NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, and Korn, Limp Bizkit, Rammstein. Yeah, I was eclectic. It was Avril Lavigne, Evanescence, whole bunch of stuff. And that's the thing, is that's what makes me me. And it makes sense once you actually get to know me too, that I'm just a well-rounded person with a lot of things. I think that having an eclectic music sense also kind of does the thing with, this is way more than 58. 58? 50, okay, I lied. It looks a lot more than 58. So here comes the problem, as I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and there are 13. And there are so much more than 13. Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, where was I at? The other one was, AMG Plays, I think. And that one was obviously for gaming. And I really, I wanted to do, VODs, or edit some things down. So I wanted to play games on Twitch, which I have a Twitch channel that I don't use, and, you know, put it on, narrow it down, put it on YouTube. So I had a lot of ideas. I had many things that I wanted to do, and that would have kept me busy. That was literally I was going to be okay with an 8-hour day. Of nothing but making stuff. And granted, it wasn't going to be 8 hours every day, but, you know, it was just one of those things where I had an idea, and whenever somebody comes along and says, no, that's not going to work, you need to make money, and crushes your creativity, and God, that's happened so many times in the last almost 14 years. And that's been the absolute soul-crushing part of the whole thing. One of the worst examples is getting rid of my butterfly bushes, or not butterfly bushes, my hummingbird plants that were out front. So you have the desk right here. I have a window directly in front of me, and I can see the front walkway. So this points directly towards the front door. Well, the front door is kind of back over this way, but I can see people walking up. And the problem was that I was told that I take care of the inside, which obviously is a much bigger task, with the exception of like the machinery aspect of it. So I take care of how things look, and he takes care of the outdoors, the garage, and any machine breakdown inside the house. Sources revealed that that was a lie. So it turned out that I also had to take care of, like, obviously if I were to plant any extra flowers, anything like that in the front, especially the 2 rows along the side of the main path, those were mine. Well, I didn't. It was the shit that was already there. But because we live with an HOA, which is basically like snooty bitches telling us what to do and paying exorbitant fees for this, he didn't take care of anything outside, which is very much indicative to our marriage. So I said screw it and ripped them out. And it was very, very much a realization of the fact that I am dulling myself down. Like, I am making sure that I am one solid black line instead of a wavy line that is still going in the same way but has like little dots and curves and shit like that. I stopped being creative. I stopped doing a lot of things because I couldn't. And because of that, it really put a toll on my health. Where's 37? Oh, it's the little one. It's this one. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna rip that one off then. Okay. And which one is this? 41. This one. So yeah, it was really taking a toll on my mental health, my physical health, everything. I've just freaking stopped. And we are going to do not only the bare minimum, because why not? And, you know, it's like I'm realizing that that's not the way that it has to be. Granted, it's taken me so long. But yeah, that's not the way it has to be. There are people out there that absolutely love seeing the weirdness, they like seeing the light that you have, and finding somebody, and it sounds like a sounds like an old movie thing with like really ancient people. Like, all I can think of is the Notebook, where, I mean, you realize that the old folks that were in there are the guy is reading about their past. Spoiler. But, just the fact that it's like, you don't have to dull your light for anybody. And of course, I think that that's like some sort of motivational saying. So obviously it's been done before. And it really sucks that it's hard to get out of a situation like this. but I'm working on it. I have an idea. It's more of a plan. I just don't like the fact that it's a plan because plans have a tendency to mess up. And yes, this one very well could. There's a lot that could go wrong. It is a 6-year plan because that's just easier financially. I also, in this day and age, in this economy, I would rather be comfortable than survive, pretty much. I would, and I mean, it sucks, but I'm slowly working on being happy, being as vague as possible. We are finding out that happiness is a tortoise race, and it sucks. But there's a lot of what's the word? A lot of things that need to happen in order for the happiness that I want to happen. So, needless to say, the start to that happiness, next year in September, basically because my mom has given me the bug of going and wanting to go and learn about things, go and see stuff, and I have always had a want to go and see the UK since I've learned about, and this is going to be like the worst thing, since I've learned about like history. So I want to know just more than US history, because there's shit out there that's older. So I want to go to the UK. I wanted to also go to Scotland, but right now Scotland's doing its own thing, so the UK is just easier. There are places that I want to go there. I want to go and see old things. And I already have my mom telling me that I shouldn't go, that it's a bad idea, that like all of these things that a mom says. I'm gonna be 40 next year. It doesn't matter where I go. I realize that that's going to be the thing. It's not that she's holding me back. It is literally that, you know, I'm gonna be, I made sure that I'm going to be with people that I will be safe around. And I will be there the whole 2 weeks. I've made certain that I'm going there whenever... Okay. Just random screaming outside. It's midnight. Yeah, I've made sure that I am going at a time where it is not too hot, because... oh, I threw that away. Oh, no. Yeah, going at a time where it's not too hot out, because right now it is literally as hot there as it is here in Texas. And no thank you, because guess what? They don't have air conditioning. And I'm a little spoiled. Okay, so that will be the last one. Why did I put that in the trash? Oh my god. Okay. So I'm going to do this one, and then that is all. I'd love to know why there are children outside. But yeah, this is the last one. Granted, yes, there are more. This is 49 of 58. So I don't have that many of these. I also have to put that on here. Okay. So basically what's going to happen, I'm going to put that on there, and this. Okay. That. And then these will be in here. Pretty much like this. And these will also be in here with the bags. So what comes with this is a regular one of these. This is just a simple and easy, your dots go right there. This is how you hold the, like, you put the dots in there. This is the wax, and I can show you with this one that I already have. So this is one that I've used. I really like this. Can't remember where I got it from, but it fits in there just nice. This can hold 6 in a row. But basically with this, you just get a little bit of wax. Sorry, just a little bit of wax like that. And yeah, you're good to go. This picks this picks the diamond dots up. So I can show you with this. So you've got these. These are square ones. There are also round ones. But you pretty much try to ensure that, you know, they're up and like this. And then that's how they pick up. I gotta make sure that you guys can actually see this. But yeah, that's how it picks up. And then you just set it right on the thing. The diamond dot thing itself is, everybody in there. Okay. The diamond dot thing itself, sorry, diamond painting, blit, is sticky. So it has this plastic thing on it. You can see the plastic on there. And this is sticky. So that's how the diamond dots adhere to it. So my thought is to, maybe for an hour every night or something, get on here and do this. And the idea is to maybe go on Twitch for an hour and see how that works, and then migrate it over to YouTube, to this account, and speed it up, put some music on there so you guys can watch it, but you don't have to listen to me. I will turn myself down, I will put music on the whole hour, and then, yeah, it'll be done, and you can like and subscribe and do all the things. But that is it. This is the Hummingbird one all kitted out. I think that it is a regular over at Michael's, so I will make sure to put all the information down there. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you're looking for another craft to do, something easy, they have them at Michael's, they have them at Hobby Lobby, they have them online. Make sure, you know, where you get it. Obviously, Temu and things like that have them for really inexpensive prices. The problem is that they come from unethically, you know, sourced places. Even this one, even though it's from Michael's, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers. But if you're looking for some easy craft and you still want to get into it but slowly, this is the best way to do it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my rambling for a whole freaking hour. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. I hope to slowly get back into it because I want to be here, and you know, it gives you guys something to listen to while I'm at work and you're at home. Alright, I hope that you guys had fun. Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys again shortly.